brother Shaolin Fantastic. I'm gonna make this quick video on my way to work. I was listening to some serious satellite on my damn car. That damn light shining bright and shit. But I ain't showing my face this morning and I look like shit. I just woke up. So enjoy the views of my car. I wanted to talk about exceptions to the rule because when me and Mr. Banaka were talking, I figured it was assumed that we were speaking about miscreants and thugs and women mating with those guys, but he went in another direction, and so I wanted to clarify some things and talk about exceptions to the rule. Okay, so let's say if I meet a woman and look, first of all, I'm living the MGTOW lifestyle, and I have been for a pretty good while. I do sympathize with the movement. There are certain things I probably don't agree with, but I sympathize with the movement for the most part. I don't probably not gonna get married. The chances of me getting married probably not gonna happen, But I'll say this: when me and Mr. Banaka was talking, he brought up a point about meeting women with children and things like that. Okay, look, yeah, at my age, more than likely, most of the women I'm gonna run into are women with children. Okay. My deal is this. If you're dating, there are certain criteria I'm going to look at if a woman has children. Okay, was she married? Did she have those children by one man? Things like that. Was she responsible? How many children does she have? Because if she had those kids within the confines of a marriage, and by that one man, things just didn't work out, then yeah, okay, we can talk business. If her mate died, which I've actually had a situation like that before. I dated a woman and her mate died. He died when her child was an infant, and at the time when I met her, I believe her daughter was about 13 or 14. She's much older now, yeah, in a situation like that, yes, that she couldn't help that situation. She was widowed, and that she just couldn't help. There wasn't nothing she could do about that. That's different. That's different. That's different. I would make an exception to the rule in a situation like that. There's always exceptions to the rule, but just because there are exceptions to the rule stands. The rule is the rule. I mean, the exception proves the rule. See, a lot of times what people do is they point to the exception, right? And not to say that there's not a lot of women out there like that. There's a lot of women that were in situations like that they couldn't help, or they got a divorce, just didn't work out. They grew apart, whatever. But they tried to do it within the confines of a marriage. That's cool. But people point to the exception to the rule. And I'm talking, the exception does not prove the rule. I mean, the exception does prove the rule. Being that it is an exception, so what? The rule stands. I'm not fucking with no baby mama that had children all willy-nilly with 4 or 5 different men and shit like that. I'm talking about that willy-nilly shit. Can you give a woman a pass for having one kid? Well, I suppose so. But in the future in Sierra scenario, I would not give Sierra a pass. There's no way I would give Sierra a pass. There is no way that somebody with immense beauty like Sierra has, and she chose to fuck a thug like Future, I would not give Sierra a pass. She should know better than that. She had a sea of good men that she could have gotten with. So no, I definitely would not give Sierra a pass, because Sierra should have known better. She should have known better. Okay, to have a baby with a guy, and it's not necessarily that Future's an entertainer. He is rich. You know what I'm saying? But Future, my problem with Future is he had already had 4 or 5 baby mamas, 5 kids. That is, that is symptomatic of bad judgment. That means Sierra is she has bad judgment. Do you want somebody like that to be your life partner? Somebody that makes horrible decisions? Sierra's 30 years old. She's in her 30s. When she whooped that bastard with Future, she was not that much younger. It was only a few years ago. 26, 27. So we're not talking about somebody that is in their teens. We're talking about somebody that should know better than to do something like that. So no, Sierra is an example of a person I would not give a pass to. Even though Sierra is immensely beautiful, I wouldn't give her a pass. No, you should have known better. You should be put in the fringes of society. You should be. And you should be shamed for that. But the problem is that this behavior is not shamed. It's not. It used to be. You do some shit like that, in the mid 1950s or 1960s, something like that. That was frowned upon. Now you have a baby, 14, 15, they have baby showers for you, man. So everybody knows this. Everybody knows that this is what's been going on here. So just to clarify a few points, yes, there are exceptions to the rule, or exceptions to what I'm willing to put up with. But personally, I just don't. I ain't moving nobody in my house right now. I'm cool with just doing me. I'm cool with just coming and going as I please, doing whatever it is I like to do. I like to travel. I'm cool with that. And if a woman comes along and she wants to, hook up casually, we can hang out. I do that. But right now I can't see myself getting married. I may not ever get married. I'm completely cool with going in the grave like I am right now, single with no the kids. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't bother me one bit. That's just the bottom line with me. It wouldn't bother me one bit. If a good woman came along and I decided to go ahead and just settle down with one woman, and I may do it. But until that great getting up morning, I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. I just don't got time for the foolishness and nonsense that goes on in relationships nowadays. I just don't. I ain't got time for it. The minute I spot some ignorant shit going on with a woman that I'm dealing with, I'm Thanos. I'm Thanos, and I'm pulling out the Infinity Gauntlet and snapping fingers, and that's it. All right, peace.